Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishu Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
My happiness should be a man's priority. Let's get it.
I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 4 years, and occasionally we will bump heads. I love him to death, but we'll bump heads when we have a difference in opinion. I think my happiness should be his priority. Let me just say that.
You think what?
My happiness should be his priority. So I want to give an example. So he's been growing a beard for the last 2 years. I'm going to love him either way, whether or not he has the hair, but I didn't ask for this beard. And I kind of want the beard to go back the way that it was when I first got with him. And, I just want to know your opinion because I watched the episode when you had Marjorie, when you were talking about your beard, and Marjorie loves your beard, and that's why you have the beard. So I want to know, what's your opinion? Shouldn't he be consulting me before he makes these decisions? And what would you say if Marjorie didn't like your beard?
Okay, now, hold on. Now, he's supposed to consult your woman when you're going to make a move. It's just for her opinion. Women are really smart, and they have your best interests at heart. So he didn't consult you about this.
We talked about it a little bit. It didn't bother me at first because I thought it was just like a phase he was going through, and then it just kind of continued because he wanted to grow it in fully. So I was kind of letting him have that time, but then I said, well, hey, when you going to shave it off and we'll try it again next year, or something like that. He wouldn't give me any room there, he just...
So he ain't shaving it off?
There's no wiggle room right now. So I just need, maybe if you tell him something, then he might change his mind. No, Steve ain't finna get in this here like that. But let me ask you something. You've asked him to shave it off? Yes.
And he won't do it?
Well, he's not saying he won't do it. He's just not ready to do it yet.
Well, no. That's a cute way for you to put it, but you ask him to cut it off, he ain't gonna do it.
Not yet, no. He's not done it yet.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it.
But I made it a requirement before we got married. So
Well, maybe he ain't planning on getting married. I'm sorry.
That better be close.
I'm sorry. That slipped out. I ain't mean that.
It better be
the
close.
filter cut off. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Do you all have a wedding day?
No, but we have a conversation enough.
Well, but see, now look, now in all fairness, when you all get a wedding day, then he'll know he has until that day to cut it off.
So I should let him just keep it until then?
Well, let me ask you something. What is it about his beard that bothers you?
Well, it's full. I kind of wanted it to be just a little, he started with just like a little, a little strip here. And then
it was a strip?
Yeah, it's kind of just full now.
How old is he?
He's 30 to 39.
Yeah, see, he don't know what to do with his beard.
Yeah, it's a new beard for him. Right, it's a new beard for him.
See, if your man knew what to do with his beard, you'd be okay with this beard. See.
All right, guys, you heard it for yourself. Steve Harvey here is having an interaction with the woman who's looking for some advice. Now, she starts off the conversation by stating that she believes her happiness as the woman should be that man's priority. Now, if you follow the requirements that she made in order for them to get married, one of those requirements seems to be that the man would not grow a beard. So that seems to be a deal breaker for her. But I don't want to gloss over what she said there in regards to the priority of the man should be her. She should be put up on that pedestal, and how dangerous of a mindset that is for a relationship, especially a marriage. And this, of course, is very common. This belief that most women think that they're the center of a relationship, the center of attention, that you should sacrifice your happiness for her happiness, and she is the focus of everything. Right? The world revolves around her. To me, that is an obvious red flag. But of course, this is Steve Harvey, and he's not going to address a situation like that. He himself, I guess, grew out his beard or kept his beard due to his wife saying that she liked it. Nothing wrong with you doing something that your wife likes, but the belief that your happiness is the priority in the relationship you're in is just a recipe for failure. It's so selfish. It's so selfish. And the fact that Steve Harvey didn't call that out immediately he heard it lets you know that, again, he's geared towards like the whole pandering to women, right? Now, there are a lot more issues that I could talk about, man, but before I do that, we're going to check out some of these comments. Our first comment comes from a gentleman who says, the minute she said my happiness should be his priority, I knew how this would go. Yeah, this gentleman knew that this would go south as soon as he heard that. And any relationship with the woman who says that is going to go terribly. In most cases, I'm sorry. It's such a selfish mindset. Next comment here reads, dating 4 years, the wedding date is never. As in, this chick will probably never get married. Women don't understand that a man can date you and know early on that he's not going to marry you. If a woman makes the requirement that you have to do such and such in order for me to marry you, and the man doesn't do that, in most cases, he's not trying to marry you. He's seen that you are addicted to tea. He understands that you don't value what he wants. The guy is smart. He's just dated you for 4 years because maybe you're good at other things, but not being a wife.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Next comment here from a woman reads, wow, if this was the other way around, I would never be with a man that treated me like this. I would leave ASAP, fast, not slow, she said. And so, in other words, she's saying this guy needs to get out of this situation. Next, we got a man here who says, let him grow a beard. WTF, don't think so. And so this guy's like, the idea of a woman letting me grow a beard is just absurd. Like, who are you? That type of power over a man should never be given. This next comment is pretty interesting, and it's a question. This guy asked, do you think she would cut off her hair if you made it a requirement to marry her? No. She'd be like, F you, laugh out loud. The double standard is crazy. And listen, when it comes to this situation, I don't think it's necessarily double standards as much as it is dealing with the woman who thinks the world revolves around her. A woman who thinks the center, she literally said, my happiness should be like number one, should be priority. You're dealing with the woman who thinks like that, or a man who thinks like that. Well, you're going to have to ask yourself, what do you get out of this situation? You're going to have to ask yourself, is this worth it? Right? Is this worth it? Or are you setting yourself up for failure? Next comment here reads, this is terrible and Steve let this shit slide. Pandering. Yeah, he's not new to this. He's not new to this at all. Finally, a last comment reads, in my opinion, the man shouldn't ask you how to keep himself groomed with his beard. Your happiness is not his priority. With the shrug emoji, yeah. I mean, this is basic stuff. This is basic stuff when it comes to a relationship. Your partner is not responsible for your happiness. Now, are they responsible for maybe facilitating an environment for peace, for you to be happy? Can you have conversations and agree on what you expect? Sure. But placing your happiness in someone else's hands will always lead you to failure. And if you do this, woman or man, you will be disappointed, right? And if you're with a woman who thinks that you're going to be responsible for her happiness, well, that's a problem. But as always, listen, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Till next time, man. Appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. I'm out. Peace.